So here we will be testing the Simplex 2903-9101 strobe plate along with the 2901-9806 sounder horn, whatever you want to call it. Now this is a very unique alarm. This is one of my favorite alarms. My school actually has this alarm, so that's one of the reasons I wanted to buy it. It's kind of hard to find. It's, pretty expensive. Well, more than I'd be willing to pay for a typical fire alarm, more than I'd be willing to pay. Anyway, so let's take a look at it. So as you can see, this whole part right here is the strobe plate, here is the strobe, and here are some screws. If you flip it over on the back, you can see that each device is 4 wire. There's 2 positive wires for the strobe, 2 negative wires for the strobe, 2 positive wires for the horn, the sounder, 2 negative wires for the horn or sounder. So there's 2 positive and 2 negative for each of the devices. So technically this is a separate device right here. So if you had this alarm, you could really say that you have 2 alarms, if you know what I mean. So I'll be right back in just a second to test it. And I meant to say, for the back, you basically can hook up multiple devices because since this is 4 wire, it's a little bit easier. You could hook up these to the panel, then you could hook up another one to these, that kind of thing, or vice versa with the horn. So again, I'll be back in just a second to test it for real. So for the first part of the test, I'm going to be testing the strobe part of this device first individually. In 3, 2, 1. Using 9 volts DC, which might not be the best power source, with some lights off. And that is it for the strobe test. Alright, so for the sounder test, the 2901-9806, when I got it in the mail, it was on continuous, which is what I wanted it to be on anyway. So this will be on continuous. And I'm sorry, but I'm going to zoom in as I test the sounder, just like that. 3, 2, 1. And that concludes the sounder part of the test. Alright, so for the final part of the test, I'm going to be testing the horn and the strobe together. I figured it was just a waste of time to do it without the pull station, so I decided to go straight to the pull station and test them both at the same time along with activating it from the pull station. So here we go. 3, 2, 1. Whoops. There we go. So that concludes the test. Alright, well I think that's it for the test, overview, demo, whatever you want to call it, of the Simplex 2903-9101 strobe plate along with the 2901-9806 sounder. I hope you enjoyed this test of this very unique and one of my absolute favorite alarms. Thanks for watching.